Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a really fascinating plunge into vitamin C. Now I'm guessing when vitamin C pops into your head, you probably picture an orange, right? Or maybe that daily squeeze of lemon. But what if I told you that the real story of this, well, crucial nutrient is packed with surprises, and it goes way beyond the citrus aisle.
Absolutely. While those tangy fruits are definitely part of the picture, our goal today is to spotlight some of the um, unsung champions of vitamin C and really unpack why this vitamin is so vital for keeping our bodies running smoothly. We've got a great collection of sources to explore this too. Healthline's list of high vitamin C foods, some helpful insights from Johns Hopkins on nutrient retention in veggies,
Okay.
the DHW blog's advice on getting vitamins naturally, and a detailed look at natural antioxidants from a PMC article. So quite a bit to cover.
Great. Okay, let's unpack this. And I have to say, we're starting with something that completely flipped my understanding of vitamin C. Forget the fruit bowl for a second. We're going down under to talk about the cacao plum.
Yes, the cockadoo plum. What's truly remarkable here is just the sheer density of vitamin C in this Australian native superfood. Healthline highlights that it can boast up to, get this, 2,907 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams.
Whoa, 2,907.
Yeah. I mean, to really grasp that, we're talking about roughly 100 times the amount you'd find in, say, the same amount of oranges.
100 times. That's incredible. And just one of these little plums weighing, what, around 15 grams, it can deliver a staggering 436 milligrams of vitamin C.
That's right.
That's almost 5 times the daily recommended amount, all in, like a single bite.
It truly is an exceptional concentration. And, what's also interesting is that the cockadoo plum isn't just a one-trick pony with vitamin C. It also provides a good amount of potassium, vitamin E, and lutein.
Lutein.
Yeah, that's an antioxidant known to be really beneficial for our eye health. So it's kind of a multitasking nutritional gem.
Okay, so the cockadoo plum is clearly in a league of its own. Definitely. But what about foods we might encounter more regularly? Are there other unexpected sources that pack a vitamin C punch without, being a citrus fruit?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's consider green chili peppers. Now, they might not be the first thing you think of when you're trying to boost your vitamin C.
Probably not.
Right. But per 100 grams, they offer an impressive 242 milligrams.
Wow.
Just one green chili pepper can give you well over 100% of your daily vitamin C needs.
Okay.
And it's worth noting that red chili peppers are also a good contributor, providing around 72% of your daily value in a single pepper.
That's a rather fiery way to get your vitamins. Anything else surprising on that list?
Guavas are another fantastic source. Really delicious, too.
I like guavas.
Yeah. One guava contains around 125 milligrams of vitamin C.
Yeah.
That's close to 140% of what you need in a day. Plus, they're rich in lycopene, another really effective antioxidant. And what's fascinating is that it was a small study, but it suggested a link between daily guava consumption and positive changes in blood pressure and cholesterol levels.
Really?
Yeah, it hints that incorporating guava could be a tasty way to support your cardiovascular health, probably thanks to that combination of vitamin C and lycopene.
That's a great added benefit. What about leafy greens? We always hear they're good for us, but how do they fare specifically with vitamin C?
Some are surprisingly high. Mustard spinach, for example.
Mustard spinach, okay.
It boasts 130 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams. A single raw cup gives you a massive 217% of your daily needs.
Wow.
And even when cooked, it still provides a substantial amount, about 130%.
Okay.
Kale is another winner, of course. Raw kale offers 93 milligrams per 100 grams, so that easily covers your daily requirement. Now, cooking does reduce the vitamin C content, that's true, but a cup of cooked kale still gives you a respectable 23%.
Yeah, it's always interesting how cooking affects nutrient levels, isn't it? The Johns Hopkins guide we looked at pointed out that while some vitamins might decrease with heat, the availability of other beneficial compounds can actually increase.
Exactly. And when it comes to vitamin C, which is water-soluble, the Johns Hopkins guide emphasizes that higher temperatures and longer cooking times tend to cause more loss.
Right. Makes sense.
They advise gentle washing, without prolonged soaking, to help preserve these vitamins because they can literally just leach out into the water.
So what's the best approach then? When we're cooking our vegetables, how do we maximize that vitamin C?
Well, steaming usually comes out as a preferred method for retaining water-soluble vitamins like C compared to boiling.
Okay.
Keeping the pot covered and, crucially, avoiding overcooking are key.
Got it.
Quicker cooking methods like stir-frying, pressure cooking, even microwaving can be good options. Roasting, too, maybe with a little oil. because the oil can actually help with the absorption of any fat-soluble vitamins present in the veg.
Ah, good tip.
And a really simple tip, add fresh greens towards the very end of cooking soups or stews. That helps preserve their more delicate nutrients.
Makes sense.
Oh, and it's also worth remembering about frozen vegetables
Right, frozen.
because they are usually picked at their peak ripeness and then quickly frozen. They often retain nutrient levels pretty similar to fresh produce. So don't discount frozen.
That's really practical advice. Okay, back to our list of vitamin C stars. What else should we know about?
Kiwis, another delicious option. A medium-sized kiwi provides around 56 milligrams of vitamin C, which is, what, about 62% of your daily value?
Pretty good.
Yeah, and interestingly, some studies suggest kiwis might have a positive impact on blood circulation, maybe even help reduce the risk of blood clots and stroke.
Mm.
And there's also a review suggesting vitamin C, just in general, may play a protective role against respiratory infections by, bolstering our immune system.
Yeah, immunity boosting is definitely one of the main things people associate with vitamin C, isn't it?
Absolutely. And broccoli, another common vegetable, is a good source. Half a cup of cooked broccoli offers 51 milligrams, so more than half of what you need daily.
Okay.
And we can't forget lemons, even though they're citrus. They contain about 53 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams. One medium lemon gives you around 50% of your daily value. The Healthline article also highlights their antioxidant properties. That's why, lemon juice stops cut apples from browning.
Right, right.
And there's even some evidence suggesting lemons might help in managing blood pressure and influencing how our blood sugar responds to things like bread.
Huh. So even the humble lemon has more going on than just its zesty flavor.
Precisely. Then we also have lychees. A single fruit provides a smaller amount, maybe 7 milligrams,
Okay.
but a cupful really adds up. That gives you over 150% of your daily vitamin C.
Wow, okay.
Papaya is another worthy mention. A cup delivers a good 88 milligrams. And some interesting research hints that it might even support brain function.
Brain function, too. It's amazing how many roles vitamin C seems to play.
It really is involved in a lot. And lastly, let's talk about strawberries. Everyone loves strawberries, right?
Definitely.
A cup of sliced raw strawberries packs a healthy 97 milligrams of vitamin C, easily exceeding your daily needs.
Nice.
Plus, they're just loaded with other antioxidants and beneficial nutrients. They could potentially contribute to better heart and brain health and help lower the risk of various diseases.
So we've looked at a really diverse range of fruits and vegetables here, many of which, yeah, aren't the first thing that comes to mind when you think vitamin C. But what about that other really popular fruit, the banana? Where does it fit into this vitamin C picture?
Ah, yes, the banana question. It's a common point of curiosity. While bananas do contain vitamin C around 8.7 milligrams per 100 grams, according to the data we looked at,
Okay.
they're generally considered more of an adequate source.
Mm.
Not exceptionally high compared to, the chili peppers or the kakadu plums we've been discussing.
Got it. Okay, so bananas are a decent choice, maybe for potassium, but not really a vitamin C superstar. This deep dive has really shown just how many different fruits and vegetables are rich in this essential nutrient. It's clearly about much more than just reaching for an orange when you feel a sniffle coming on.
Exactly, and that's so important because vitamin C is crucial for such a wide array of bodily functions.
Mm.
Everything from keeping our immune system strong to maintaining healthy connective tissues, our heart, our blood vessels. It's vital for producing collagen.
Mhm.
Collagen provides structure to our skin, blood vessels, bones. It plays a key role in wound healing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also a really potent antioxidant. It helps shield our cells from damage caused by these unstable molecules called free radicals.
Right, the free radicals. You hear about those a lot.
You do. Think of them like tiny rust particles almost
Mm.
that can damage our cells over time. Antioxidants like vitamin C act as scavengers. They neutralize these harmful particles and protect our bodies from what we call oxidative stress. And on top of all that, vitamin C aids in the absorption of iron, especially the type of iron found in plant-based foods, non-heme iron. And it's essential for our immune cells to function effectively in fighting off infections.
So getting enough vitamin C is clearly vital, and we've seen there's a fantastic variety of delicious ways to do that beyond the usual citrus suspects. Now, you mentioned vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. Can we delve a little deeper into what that means and why it's so important for us?
Certainly. So antioxidants are compounds that help protect our bodies from those free radicals and the oxidative stress they cause. Like we said, these free radicals are unstable molecules. They can damage cells, and this cellular damage is implicated in things like premature aging and the development of various diseases. The PMC article we looked at really underscores that vitamin C is a very, very effective antioxidant. It essentially works by neutralizing these free radicals, stopping them from causing harm.
And it's not just about, like, cleaning up damage after the fact, is it? I recall reading that vitamin C is also actively involved in building things in the body, too.
That's absolutely right. As we touched on, it's essential for the synthesis of collagen,
Right, collagen.
which is fundamental for maintaining the integrity of our skin, blood vessels, bones, crucial for wound repair. It also plays that significant role in enhancing our body's ability to absorb iron, particularly from plant sources.
Okay.
And, as we keep mentioning, it's indispensable for the proper functioning of our immune system, helping our bodies fight off infections effectively. The DHW blog's advice to embrace the rainbow is really relevant here.
Yeah, I like that phrase.
Eating a wide variety of colorful fruits and vegetables doesn't just ensure we're getting a good range of nutrients, including vitamin C and those vibrant red and purple ones, but also a broader spectrum of other beneficial compounds. The key takeaway really is to prioritize whole, minimally processed foods. That's how you maximize your intake of these vital nutrients.
This whole antioxidant aspect seems incredibly important. Is vitamin C the only antioxidant we need to be thinking about, or are there others in these foods, too?
Oh, not at all. While vitamin C is a major player, absolutely, the PMC article makes it clear that there are many other natural compounds that also act as antioxidants. These include things like phenolics, flavonoids, anthocyanins, names you might hear thrown around.
Right.
They're found in a vast array of fruits, seeds, and other foods. The article specifically mentioned antioxidant activity in sources like apples, grains, berries, propolis, curcumin from turmeric, and ginger.
Okay, so lots of different things.
Yeah. For example, some lab studies have shown extracts from apples can inhibit the growth of certain tumor cells, and ginger has demonstrated effective free radical scavenging properties. And broader research suggests that diets rich in fruits and vegetables, including strawberries and other berries we mentioned, are linked to a lower risk of cardiovascular disease and cancer, largely attributed to their antioxidant content. It's also important to understand, though, that the overall antioxidant power of a food often comes from the sort of synergistic effect of various compounds working together. It's not usually just one single antioxidant doing all the work.
So it's a combination.
Exactly. And as the PMC article points out, the antioxidant effectiveness can even vary depending on, say, where the food is grown, and also how well our bodies can actually absorb and utilize these compounds, what we call bioavailability, that can sometimes be a limiting factor for natural antioxidants.
Okay, so bioavailability matters too.
It does. Just because a food is technically high in antioxidants doesn't automatically mean our bodies can fully access and use all of them. Factors like how we prepare the food, our individual digestion, they all play a role.
So it's a really intricate picture, isn't it? But the overarching message seems to be that consuming a diverse range of whole foods is probably the best strategy for getting a good mix of antioxidants, including our start today, vitamin C.
Precisely. I think the fundamental takeaway from our deep dive today is that vitamin C is far more prevalent, far more abundant in our natural food supply than we might typically think. And its benefits extend well beyond just, the common idea of boosting our immune system. It plays a critical role as a powerful antioxidant and in numerous other essential physiological processes.
This has been incredibly insightful. It really makes you wonder. Considering how diverse and potent the sources of vitamin C and other antioxidants are, just hiding in plain sight in the natural world, what other surprising nutritional powerhouses might be out there? And perhaps more importantly, how can you, listening now, be more intentional about incorporating this kind of knowledge into your daily choices for, well, optimal well-being? Definitely some food for thought. Thanks for exploring this with me today.
My pleasure. It was fascinating.